Good morning, gamers! This is your gamer buddy Cridzon, and I'll be teaching you about awake scrolls, how to transfer, what are the updates for the awake scrolls, and more. Let's freaking go! Alright, I hope you're doing great today, so I'll be updating you what's going on. So the awake scrolls, or the epic awake scrolls, have been updated. Now it's 80% chance to get 3 lines compared to before you only have 40 to 50%, which is actually blah. But it's now the time to get your epic awake scroll and gamble. So by the way, to those new players there, gamble is where you use your awake scroll to get good awakes and sell them for pairings. So that's actually one way to gamble here. For the new players, I'll be explaining to you what are the awake scrolls. So there are 4 different ones, and let's go ahead and start on that one. So the first one is the scroll of awakening. So it's actually used by newbie players or new players, which you can actually buy it from the upgrading NPC. So it's actually 250,000 pinions. The second one is the unique awake scroll. You can buy it from the upgrading NPC using the soul fragments, drops from the boss boxes, or you can actually buy it from the Insanity shop. If you go here, you can actually buy it using your vote points, where you could actually just vote on the website and buy it for free here using your vote points. And lastly, you can actually buy it from players on the market. So it's either you go to the Saint Morning or you go here if you have a VIP perk buff. Now let's move on to the third one, which is called epic awake scroll. You can actually buy it from this guy, the skimming health exchange. It actually costs 20 pairings per one, so you can use pairings here, or you can buy it from the players. You just need to search, or you need to go to Saint Morning to find one, or if you have app points, you can go to the Insanity shop. You can actually just find epic awake scroll. So it actually costs 25 IP per piece if you're going to buy per piece, but if you're going to buy bulk, you can actually get a discount. But you can go into the discount and see it here, 100 EAS box, which means 1,000 of them cost 15,000 I points. Lastly is the super epic awake scroll, where you can only get them from the Insanity shop. It actually costs 1,000 IP per piece, which means one super epic awake scroll is 1,000 I points. Gonna be expensive, but it's worth it if you have a lucky hand. Now let's move on to how to use them. So there are 2 ways. The first one is manual, the second one is automatic. So let's go to the manual one first. So what you would need is you need to go to the upgrading shop and you need to buy the scroll of reversion. The scroll of reversion is actually used to revert or to remove awakes. We're gonna need some things or items to put awakes on. So I'm gonna use the epic awake scroll because this is actually the worst one. So I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna put it here. So I'm gonna double click or right click and put it on the item, and it should show up. So gonna click the reversion if you don't like it, and it will remove the awake. Again, I don't like this awake, I'm gonna remove. That's how you do the manual one. How do I do the automatic awake? On your keyboard numpad, you just press the number 1 and this should actually show up. Or you can actually go to the buff bang NPC and you should see here auto awake. So now once you see this here, you'll need to put the item and the scroll. So let's see, I'm gonna put the scroll here. If you see the combo list, this is actually the combination. For example, I want a minimum of stamina 60, HP 30. So let's say for example, I'm gonna add another one. So what I want is an adage, and I need like a line, let's say 34. Add stat, I'm gonna add attack on maybe a 12 and the PvE 12. So I'm gonna save this combo. So if you could see, if it shows up one of these 3 lines, it actually stops. So as you can see here, I would suggest before you do everything here on the automatic awake, you need to put a lot of combos. For example, HP, probably a line of 12 like that. I'm gonna add that so that it would stop at 12 if it shows up, or maybe on the attack I'm gonna put 14. If it shows a 14 line, it stops. I'm gonna save that, just like that. So you actually need to think about which lines are you getting. But if you're gambling, what I can suggest is check out the Discord channel, check with other other guys who gambles, they have actually lines that you could use, but I don't have one because I'm not a gambler. So hopefully someone watching right now puts a combo list on the comment section so that we could help each other. But yeah, if there's no one, you can go ahead and jump to the Discord channel of Insanity. Alright, so let's say for example we have like, I have a good awake here and I want to use this. For example, I have this actually costs 30,000 appearance, kind of bit like that. I'm gonna put it on this weapon. So what we're going to need to do that is called the transfer awakening scroll. So there are 3 ways to buy it. The first one is in Insanity shop, which is actually here, which costs 2,000 eye points. The second one is actually here on the shop consumables, where you would need a soul fragment and you would need the scroll of transfer awakening piece. You would need 10 pieces of those. You'll need to go to the buff bank and you need to trade. Go to the piece tab and you'll see it here. You would need 10. And lastly, you just need to buy it from players by going to the item finder or going to the Saint Morning Market. Let's say I have the scroll, I have the awake, I have the weapon or the item to where we'll be transferring the awake. How do we transfer the awakes? Let's go to the buff bank and hit the awake transfer. You should actually see this box. So the from is where you put the awakes, the payment is where you put the transfer awake scroll, and the to is where you're going to transfer the awakes. So if you hit transfer, the awake has been transferred to the item where you're going to put it. So that's actually how we used it. So yeah, that's actually how to awake, transfer, and update. If you wanted to know how to sell them, you can actually just vend them on Saint Morning or sell them on Discord. Yeah, I hope that helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next video. Peace!